cases. The girls have gathered round at Jones, so Sarah knows she's not alone. All of us will be affected by cancer at some point in our lives. So this Australia's biggest morning tea, let's make it personal. Australia's biggest morning tea. Post your way. Search Biggest Morning Tea today.
What is the first rule of Mum Club?
Don't stay on your phone at the park.
Absolutely not. I hate that rule.
Okay.
Well, welcome to Mum Club, the podcast by mums for mums. I'm Em Blatchford and I'm joined by my mate, Yaya. We wanted to start this podcast because we wanted to create a mother's group for your ears. Come and join us. Search for us wherever you find your podcast.
And tell your friends to join us too. Come and be our friend.
Yeah, we're not your regular Mums Club.
No, we're not.
Join us.
Far from it.
Experience authentic New Zealand from Adelaide with Princess Cruises and Phil Hoffman Travel. Choose from 3 departures cruising Adelaide return between October and November 2024. Enjoy 19 nights aboard Diamond Princess from $2,999 per person twin share. Plus, receive up to $300 onboard spending money per stateroom. Don't miss this unique opportunity to sail to New Zealand directly from Adelaide. T's and C's apply. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
Unique, loyal, fun-loving. That's what we look for in our pals. When you're next spending time with your best friends, don't forget some of the best pals you can have. Parafield Airport Liquor Store has your everyday favourites right through to those hard-to-find products. That's what great pals do. Sam and Jamie from Parafield Airport Liquor Store know every drop on the shelf, so you can always rely on their advice. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals. Next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 18. With the 3 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher. A court's heard an elderly man who allegedly murdered his wife in a frenzied knife attack at their Finton home is unfit to face trial. 92-year-old Frank DeMarcy is accused of killing beloved nonna Maria DeMarcy in September. The court's previously heard he has dementia and is deteriorating physically. He remains in secure mental health facility James Nash House with the case to return to court in June. Well, a woman has been arrested after a violent rampage at Elizabeth North. Kendall Brettick has the details.
Police were called to a hotel on Woodford Road yesterday afternoon after reports a woman had damaged a car in the car park and left the scene. A short time later, the same woman allegedly threw a brick at another car at the intersection of Main North Road and Midway Road before headbutting the driver's window. Police caught up with her on Yorktown Road where a violent struggle followed and she allegedly bit 2 officers on the hand and forearm. Further patrols were called in to assist and a 3rd officer was also assaulted. All received medical treatment. The 24-year-old woman from Davern Park has been charged with 3 counts of assaulting an emergency worker, hindering police and other offences.
The ground's been broken on the multi-million-dollar Women's and Children's Hospital project. The Premier was on site for today's official start. The new build will have 56 more beds than the current hospital and the capacity for another 20. Well, the opposition is renewing calls for 2 key ministers to be sacked after an asylum seeker was allegedly involved in a violent home invasion. More from Zach De Silva.
A Kuwait-born man is one of 3 people before the courts accused of bashing an elderly Perth couple and stealing thousands of dollars in jewellery. The 43-year-old was released from immigration detention after last year's High Court ruling. Federal opposition leader Peter Dutton says the Immigration and Home Affairs ministers have failed to properly monitor the former detainees and should be sacked.
Minister Giles is nowhere to be seen. Claire O'Neill is in witness protection.
But Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is backing his ministers.
They will be continuing in their roles.
Separately, another asylum seeker in Victoria is accused of breaching his visa conditions.
Bonza has been asked to stop selling tickets while the discount airline sorts through its financial woes. The company has cancelled all flights after creditors repossessed its aircraft. Qantas and Virgin are offering to help stranded passengers get to their destination. Federal Transport Minister Catherine King says Bonza has been told to keep the government updated.
The first we were made aware was obviously reports that there had been cancellations of flights. We've also had asked Bonza not to continue selling tickets right at the moment until they have some certainty about what their process is going forward.
A hotline has been set up for affected customers, 1800 10069 244. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
To keep essential pathology affordable and accessible for all Australians, visit keeppathology.bulkbuild.com.au.
Port Adelaide could be forced to make as many as 3 changes for this week's showdown. Aaliyah is out under concussion protocols, Sam Powell-Pepper is out with his knee, and Connor Rosie's endowed with a low-grade hamstring strain. Ryan Burton and Tom Cleary are knocking on the door, as well as Jed McEntee. Will the Reds play their last game of the season tonight? It's the rescheduled match against the Mariners in Gosford after Central Coast experienced travel delays a couple of weeks ago. Coach Carl Viet says this season has been disappointing.
We've played some good football, but we just haven't been consistent enough with it and conceded far too many goals.
Cricket Australia has released a detailed 10-year plan to turbocharge the women's game. And the LA Lakers have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs by the Nuggets. A 2-point victory in Game 5, giving Denver the series win. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Pluton, Burst Watermain, Anzac Highway Crossroad, Glendore, Burst Watermain Crossroad near Pine Street. At Semaphore Park, Urgent Waterworks, Bower Road near Harley Street, and Paracombe, Burst Watermain, Gorge Road near Corkscrew Road. Got speeds at 40 k's there. Busy at the moment, Brighton Road, Brighton, slow. Port Expressway, Port Adelaide, with the camera West Avenue at Ascot Park. At Dan Murphy's, they don't match competitors' advertised prices, they beat them. That's Dan Murphy's lowest liquor price guarantee. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast: sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow 18, Thursday sunny 21, Friday sunny and 22. Right now it's 17. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, see the moment police come under attack, arresting a woman for a wild rampage in Adelaide's north. A flu vaccine breakthrough, the Australian discovery that could do away with your yearly jab. The Adelaide study looking into doggy dementia, and the angler who's netted $1 million for catching one very special fish. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
Where it is 6 minutes past 3 here on 5AA, now live on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream, so jump on and say hi. Very soon I'll be taking more of your calls on what you've started a little bit later in life. I still have a Wallace Cinemas family pass to give away to the best caller today. And make sure you stay listening. I've also got a double pass to give away to see Damien Leith in Roy Orbison Orchestrated. That's live at Her Majesty's Theatre on the 10th of May. I will be playing a song from Roy Orbison, and when you hear it, you need to give me a call. 8223 0055 is the number to call. Sing me the next words of the song. That's it. You don't actually have to sing to me, that's all right. You can just tell me the next words of the song. If you get it right, you're going along. It's as easy as that. 8223 0055 is the number to call. But right now, it's time to get arty.
5AA's State of the Arts.
And joining me in the studio this week is Simon Lord, the Director of Artistic Planning with the ASO, the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra. Simon, good afternoon.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Oh, good. I think I'm getting a little flash from your microphone, so I might double check that we can hear you. Give me 1 second. Let's try again. Hello.
Hello, Stacey.
Yeah,
can
that's
you hear me?
okay. That's better. Yeah, I can hear you now. And also joining me in the studio, Kate Southers, concertmaster with the ASO. Kate, thanks for your time as well.
Thanks for having me, Stacey.
Thank you both for being here. Really appreciate it. Can you give us a little bit of an understanding, Simon, I might start with you, of the ASO? For someone who maybe isn't super into classical music and they've never been to see the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra, I understand it's an orchestra that can be sort of scaled up and scaled down, different sizes depending on...
Come and have a look, Stacey. Come and listen. Come and join us this week at the Town Hall, if you like. We've got 2 concerts this week. Look, it's the sound of the orchestra that's amazing. I think is the thing that turned me onto this music. It's just the sound that it makes, and hearing it live. There's nothing quite like it. So it's you're right. It scales up from smaller chamber orchestra stuff repertoire to 75-piece orchestra, and it's a big orchestra this week, quite a big orchestra this week. But until you've heard it live, you've not lived.
And what happens during the times when not all 75 members of the orchestra are practicing for a performance, or rehearsing is probably the better word to use? Kate, so what do you do when maybe you're not involved in an upcoming performance?
Well, we do a mix of things. Sometimes we do split programs in the orchestra. So 2 weeks ago, we were out in Port Pirie, and that had one big orchestra and then one smaller group of players going to little town centres like Kalunga and Crystalbrook, and that can be a really nice way to work with your colleagues in a smaller scale performance. But also our jobs require us to do a lot of behind the scenes maintenance, so we have to do a lot of individual practice and things like that, and there's always a meeting to go to. So
yeah, I can imagine, especially with 75 members of the orchestra. Do the meetings get rowdy?
Never.
No. All very collegial.
All very quiet.
Talking about the orchestra and seeing the orchestra, it could be a little bit intimidating for someone who maybe isn't super into classical music or hasn't been into it in the past. You kind of have an image of symphony orchestras around the world, and it might feel a bit, I don't know, like there's a lot of rules and a certain way to enjoy it and a certain way to attend and a certain way to listen. What's your advice to someone out there who's never seen the orchestra and is a little bit intimidated by it? I'll start with you, Kate.
I think I'd echo Simon to start with. Just come and try it on, because, we work in a language that transcends all words. So there's something that will resonate with you, no matter if you are fluent in classical music. It's there for everyone to enjoy, and it's there for everything that humanity can express. So it's an extraordinary art form in that way. But also, you see 75 people dressed in black and not talking to each other, but then they function as one giant team. So isn't that a bit like a sort of a sport match? Could be. I don't know.
Yeah, but we did a gig with Ben Folds last year, and he made an incredible speech about advocating for symphony orchestras the world over, actually, because he does a lot of work with the orchestra in Washington, and he sort of compared the symphony orchestra to the sort of the apex of sort of civilization, and it speaks to what Kate was saying about sort of humanity and transcending, what you can do with a group of 75 people. Transcends so many things. It's the ultimate team effort, really, and that's pretty profound, really. But but the formality thing. We were talking about this just before, Kate, weren't we? The whole idea of applause. That's knowing when or when not to applaud is. It's nothing to worry about really at all, is it?
No, not at all. I think, there is no right or wrong way to respond to something that you're enjoying. You want to clap,
Because they're used to, there sort of is this vision that you're not meant to applaud an orchestra.
Yeah, which wasn't the case for classical music, way back in the day anyway. It was sort of a rule that was brought in for, I think, someone who just thought it wasn't being shown enough appreciation, which, okay, that's one person's opinion, but I don't think people go along to the Eras tour and then think, oh, I'd better not clap in between because, Taylor might still be singing her songs. Do you know what I mean?
I could not agree more. Being in the stadium with 75,000 other Swifties, there was probably too much clapping going on there. But I agree, that would be very awkward, I think, if you had gone to see a performance of any sort. Yeah. Theatre performance, an orchestra, someone singing, someone dancing, whatever it is, the ballet. And then they finish and everyone just stands there and looks at them like, we enjoyed that.
No, that's right. And I think, the Globe Theatre in London during Shakespeare's time, was a real mosh pit. People were drinking, people were smoking, people were yelling, and, it was just a place to be. It was a place of community. It was this congregational thing, which I think is what going to a concert is all about, isn't it? Partly,
that nice communal experience. And last week we did a nice concert in the Elder Hall, and there was all kinds of spontaneous applause between movements and all sorts of things, and it was great. It was such a great energy in the room, and that's that magic thing about all music, but definitely classical music, I would say, is that sort of shared human experience. It's so, you said it, profound.
And tell me about the different types of performances. Obviously, you mentioned Friday and Saturday with music from Beethoven and Sibelius, but there are other types of performances you do as well. I think you mentioned one that was a bit more of a sound bath earlier, Kate?
Yeah, that's our series called Sanctuary. So I think instead of seats in those performances, we have yoga mats. So you can just come and lie down if you want to, just be immersed in the sound of the orchestra. So that's one of the things we do. Simon, I feel like as Director of Artistic Planning, this is your department.
Thanks, Kate. Yeah, I mean, and we do over the years here in Adelaide. We've done Star Wars gigs, obviously at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, which is a great way into some really fantastic music by John Williams. You know, it's influenced by Stravinsky, Mahler, Korngold, Ravel, you name it. You know, so there's music like that, and then coming up later this year, there's a Hans Zimmer concert that we're doing at the Festival Theatre, which is, I think,
that's going to be epic.
Which is going to be absolutely epic. That's already selling very, very well. So again, if you want to get into that sound world, that's a good way of entering it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is 3:15 here on 5AA. You're hearing from Simon Lord, the Director of Artistic Planning with the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra, and Kate Suthers, Concertmaster with the ASO. And you were talking about the different types of performances that the ASO can do. Up next, we're going to talk about She Speaks, which is one that's coming up. It's focused on women composers from all over the world, but including a couple from here in Adelaide. So we'll talk about that in just a moment.
The roller door doctor. This is Nurse Tracy.
Hi. I'm having a little issue with my front area.
Ah, and what seems to be the problem?
It's kind of stuck.
Well, that's okay. We service, maintain and repair swing and sliding gates.
The Roller Door Doctor, helping SA get it up and moving for over 30 years. Contact the Roller Door Doctor for all your gate and garage door needs. therollerdoordoctor.com.au or call 834 99 005.
Pathology is an essential part of our healthcare system, and 70% of all our medical decisions rely on pathology tests. They help GPs and other healthcare professionals diagnose illnesses, diseases and infections, and we all benefit from pathology being bulk billed. But government funding hasn't increased in 24 years, so to keep pathology affordable and accessible for all Australians, visit keeppathologybulkbilled.com.au. Authorised by LWET, Australian Pathology Canberra.
All over Australia, homeowners are saving money with a free Bendigo Bank home loan health check. Whether it's refinancing, investing in new property, or lowering your loan repayments. Let Bendigo Bank give your home loan a full check-up to make sure it's still right for you and your needs. New or existing customers, find your better home loan at Bendigo Bank. The better big bank. Lending criteria, terms, conditions, fees and charges apply.
Do you want to help find a potential new treatment for pain? If you're aged 18 to 65 and don't have any significant health concerns, you can help CMAX investigate a potential new treatment for chronic pain. The study requires participants to stay in-house at CMAX for 2 nights and 1 follow-up visit. Reimbursements are given for your time. Head to cmax.com.au and look for the pain study to find out more. That's cmax.com.au.
Sail away in celebrity style with Celebrity Cruises and Phil Hoffman Travel, with up to 75% off your second guest on board the revolutionary Celebrity Edge, returning to Australian waters in 2025. From luxurious infinite veranda suites to stunning 2-story villas, the extraordinary magic carpet and over 29 exquisite bars, restaurants and lounges, Celebrity Edge will simply take your breath away. Hurry, offer ends April 30. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel, pht.com.au.
Hi, I'm Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop Real Estate. The past quarter has set the stage for a fierce property market over the next 6 to 12 months. If you're looking to take advantage with the ultimate success, get in touch with the team who produce the best results. At Toop and Toop Real Estate, we've led the charge with 51 suburb records, more than any other agency in South Australia. From Westbourne Park to Windvale, from Kensington Park to Kilkenny, we've created new benchmarks for real estate sales success. Go to toop.com.au to find out more.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
At 19 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. Very soon, more of your calls on what hobbies you've taken up later in life. We've been talking today about Alejandra Rodriguez. She is a 60-year-old woman who has won Miss Universe Buenos Aires and has inspired me and many other people. So I'm talking about what hobby did you start a bit later in life? What did you pick up a bit later in life? Maybe you're a 60-year-old planning to enter Miss Universe Australia this year. Give me a call, 8223 0000. Wallace Cinemas Pass for the best caller today. We've had Janelle, who started learning the drums at age 55. We had John, who started ballroom dancing at 59. So I'd love to hear from you about what you started a little bit later in life, 8223 0000. But right now I've got Simon Lord and Kate Suthers from the ASO, the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra, in the studio with me for State of the Arts today. Thank you both for hanging around.
Great to still be here.
Delighted.
Do you get members of the orchestra that come a bit later in life that have started playing their instruments a bit later, or is it usually people who have been more classically trained from an earlier age?
Well, I have a really good friend in London who saw a music competition on the TV when he was 17, and I know it's not later in life, but, you know, I started when I was 3. So when he was 17, he picked up a violin for the first time, and he now has a job in the London Symphony Orchestra. So there is no too late a time. And actually, I played a work by a composer recently who only started composing in her 60s.
Oh,
Joanna
there you
Borrett.
go.
Yep.
What was her name?
Joanna Borrett.
Joanna Borrett.
And my good friends at her ensemble have recently recorded her piece Clan. So, yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, there you go. Now, I want to talk about one of the upcoming performances for the ASO, She Speaks. This is a series of performances a bit later in the year. I've got a little bit of music here from Missy Mazzoli. This is Vespers for a New Dark Age. So she's going to be featured in She Speaks. Kate, tell us about what She Speaks is.
She Speaks is celebrating female composers, women in classical music, and I think it is an incredibly exciting and relevant part of what we get to do at ASO. So classical music, okay, it has a 500-year plus history, and it's an extraordinary thing, but it's a living art form that's happening around us right now, including with, as you mentioned before, 2 composers from Adelaide. So we are living in the current, you know, sort of state of classical music, and we get to celebrate that with the program of, is it 7, 8 pieces that we're doing in the main concert, Simon?
Yeah, it is 6, 7 pieces.
Yeah. By, you know, composers from 3 continents, and all of them alive. Like, you know, isn't that cool?
And now Missy Mazzoli, that little bit that you heard earlier, she's quite a new composer as well.
She's only in her 40s, I think.
Yeah, she's been called the 21st century gatecrasher of classical music. I think
what a great moniker. That's
awesome. The gatecrasher of classical music. I think she even got a bit of a shout out from Taylor Swift at one point.
She did.
Had heard her music.
Yeah, I think, did Taylor Swift, did she hear it, go to a concert, and she loved it so much that she donated some money to the orchestra who performed it or premiered it. Which, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, Taylor, if you're listening, come to Adelaide.
Yes, please
listen to She Speaks. I'm sure any injection of funding from Taylor will be more than welcome by the ASO.
We'd be delighted to collaborate with Taylor Swift, wouldn't we, Kate?
I would personally be thrilled.
Okay, so tell me, how do you pick? You know, we've talked about classical music and having 500 years of history. How do you even pick what goes into the shows and who should be featured? Simon, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, it's a juggle, really. It's a juggle. I mean, She Speaks, just coming back to that briefly, is co-curated by 2 female composers, musicians who are, as you say, Adelaide-based, Anne Corse, and Belinda Gellert, and Belinda's having a new piece of hers done, as is Anne actually. So they've curated this program themselves. It's very much their baby. But the rest of the season is very much it's a team effort, really. I mean, I guess my role, Kate can jump in here, but my role is to shape the season, and to make sure that there's a balance across all the different sort of concerts that we give in terms of the music and the performers. But it's very much, the ASO is a very democratic organisation. It's very pluralistic. We talk a lot. Kate mentioned meetings. We have a lot of meetings.
Do you?
We have a lot of meetings.
How often would you be able to get 75 people together?
Well, the way the orchestra works is that it tends to have representatives from the different sections, doesn't it, Kate? So
yeah, that's right. So we'll have smaller committees that focus on different things, and then full company will come together, more sporadically, but I don't know, at least 4 times a year. But then other meetings happen every day.
Yeah, there are sort of meetings just to do with the mechanics of putting an orchestra, a concert on every week, because the ASO is working every week of most weeks of the year. I mean, because we have what we call pit commitments when we actually work in the orchestral pit. So for the State Opera of South Australia, for the Australian Ballet, we're working in those spaces as well. So there's a lot of mechanical stuff to sort out.
There's a huge amount that goes on behind the scenes that enables us to go on stage on Friday night at the town hall and play our concerts. So it's an incredible logistical undertaking. But of all of the meetings, I think the ones where we get to talk about, who we're going to collaborate with and what pieces we're going to play are really exciting, because at that point it's like being at an all-you-can-eat buffet with just, there's just so much to choose from. And I don't know, I think we're really lucky. Simon guides us so well with, a really balanced season that works, I think, for someone who's never come to a concert before, but also for our really wonderful audience base here in Adelaide and further afield, that if they've been coming to concerts for a long time, they'll still feel like there's something new.
I love the idea of the orchestra being like an all-you-can-eat buffet with so much choice, and you leave feeling full at the end of it, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the idea. And you don't want to be sort of overwhelmed by carbohydrate or protein. It's getting that mix right, isn't it? And it is menu planning. Yeah.
We love to meal plan. It sounds like you at the Symphony Orchestra does as well. We've got a text here on the text line 0488 08 13 95, or you can give us a call 8223 0000. My friend Barrett, he's a cricket writer and cricket commentator. He sent a text. He said, I just wanted to say I love going to the ASO shows. For anyone worried about looking out of place, I go dressed like me, and I always feel accepted and welcome, even like I belong. If I fit in, anyone else can there, as you know. And so for those at home, Barrett, as I say, is my friend. He's an Indian cricket writer and commentator, and he is always the brightest person in the room. He's got long hair. He's always wearing beautifully bright coloured clothes, usually some sort of floral print. So he's saying he feels like he fits in at the ASO, so anyone would as well. Thanks so much for the message, Barrett. That's really nice to hear. That must be nice for you guys to hear as well.
Definitely. Barrett, you do belong. We're so glad that you come to our concerts.
And Kate is going to wave to you from the stage. We're going to find you and seek you out.
Well, there are no rules. You can clap, you can wave.
Do what you like.
So tell us, when is She Speaks on?
She Speaks is on at the beginning of June in the Elder Hall. So there are 3 concerts. There's a chamber music concert, which is the Australian String Quartet are actually doing that concert, and then there's a chamber music concert with our ASO musicians, and then there's an orchestral concert as well, which includes the piece by Mizzy Mazzoli.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you both for coming in. Really appreciate it.
It's been lovely to meet you, Stacey.
You too.
Thanks for having us.
It's Simon and Kate from the ASO, the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra. It's 27 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. Time for the news headlines, and after that, more of your calls. What did you start a bit later in life? Maybe you've been inspired by the orchestra now, the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra, and you'll be learning an instrument, maybe. Let me know. 8223 0000 is the number to call.
It's showdown time in Adelaide as the Crows and the Power once again go head-to-head.
2 wins from 2 in showdowns.
The Crows had the better of the Power last year and will be keen to knock off their crosstown rivals this year.
Straight through the middle. The taxi.
Rioli goes up high, takes a screamer. Woo!
Thursday night on 5AA.
The crowd's up. The players are into it.
It's the Crows and the Power, live from Adelaide Oval. Who will handle the pressure and walk away with the 4 points?
They're on fire!
5AA is your home for showdown.
Struggling with your CPAP therapy? Try the world's first auto-fitting mask from Fisher & Paykel Healthcare. Respirocare Healthcare is offering the Fisher & Paykel Sleep Style device for 30% off, plus a free solo mask valued at $310. Visit one of 6 Respirocare clinics and mention this ad to redeem this offer. Respirocare Healthcare, proudly serving South Australia for 20 years. When considering whether CPAP is right for you, speak to your doctor. Always follow the directions for use.
Australian Idol winner Damien Leith returns to Her Majesty's Theatre this May with his acclaimed Roy Orbison orchestrated show, paying tribute to the Big O with a 35-piece concert orchestra. Hear Crying, Blue Bayou, Oh Pretty Woman, and so many more. Live at Her Majesty's Theatre Friday, May 10. Roy Orbison orchestrated. With Damien Leith. Book now at Ticketek.
Thank you very much. You've been an awesome audience. Thank you so much.
G'day everyone, Cornsey here. Now I know a great team and I see one, and the South Australian hydraulic team I rate the highest is BL Shipway. The Shipway team are the best in the business. They've been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953 with brands like Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Oilpath, EasyFit and many more. If you can't get to them, they'll send a Ryco 24/7 van to you anytime, anywhere. blshipway.com.au, a South Australian team you can count on.
Hi, it's Sean from Automasters. This outside brake pad is the one we're concerned about.
Now you can see what we see.
If I come down here, this is your front shock absorber.
AutoCam.
So I'd like to flash that system out for you too.
Real-time video sent direct to you from your Automasters technician.
It wants to run a little engine flush through to help get out that old oil that's in there.
See any issue firsthand. How good? Real-time reporting with instant SMS approval. Call 1300 Automasters. Great service guaranteed.
Penny's picnicking in one of Dad's favourite places, remembering him with all his favourite faces. The girls have gathered round at Jones, so Sarah knows she's not alone. All of us will be affected by cancer at some point in our lives, so this Australia's biggest morning tea, let's make it personal. Australia's biggest morning tea. Post your way. Search Biggest Morning Tea today.
G'day, it's Rory Sloan. For most business PC brands, a 4-hour service guarantee means they'll call you back in 4 hours. But at Leader Computers, a 4-hour service guarantee on Leader's business range means they'll come to your work site and have you back in business inside 4 hours. Leader Computers are made here in Adelaide with better service, better support and speedy turnaround times. Grow your business and get behind a Leader. Find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A young mum who spat on a police officer after assaulting a man on Hindley Street has been given a 3-month suspended prison sentence. Discount airline Bonza has been asked to stop selling tickets while it sorts through its financial woes. Scientists are getting closer to developing a universal flu vaccine that will only require 1 jab. And in sport, the LA Lakers have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs by the Denver Nuggets. The 5AA forecast, sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 18. Right now, it's 16. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Always local, 5AA, always Adelaide.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
On this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, live on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream, so jump on and say hi. I'm asking you this afternoon, what did you start a bit later in life? We're talking about Alejandra Rodriguez today. She has made history and become the first Miss Universe Buenos Aires to win the competition at the age of 60. Previously, there had been age restrictions in place. You could only enter the competition if you were aged between 18 and 28. which to me is an issue in itself. 18 to 28 is such a limited field. But anyway, they scrapped the age restrictions and Alejandra has taken it out at the age of 60. So I want to know from you, what did you get into a bit later in life? We know age is no barrier. So what have you started a little bit later in life? I started painting a couple of years ago, painting on canvas. It was during COVID when we were bored and my husband and I had gone through all the puzzles in the house and we'd had one too many fights over Scrabble, so thought we'd start painting and I really enjoy it. It's quite therapeutic. It can be relaxing at times. I still do it now, probably not as much as I'd like to. I'd love to do it a little bit more, but yeah, we got into painting a little bit later in life, so I want to hear from you. What did you get into a bit later in life? 8223 0000 is the number to call. I've still got a Wallace Cinemas family pass to give away this afternoon. Charlie's in Happy Valley and he's on the phone. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Stacey. Or as that pre-announcer would say, afternoons with Stacey Lee. Oh, gosh, that's a weird one. Anyway, I'd like to preface my contribution with the fact that when I was a little, maybe 5 or 8 or something like that, I was with my dad in town in Geelong, and we were at the main music store, and I saw a trombone, and I thought, wow, what a beautiful thing. I'd love to have one of those. Mm-hmm. Well, at about the age of 68, I went and I saw one in a well-known pawnbroker at an amazingly cheap price, so I snatched it up, and now I've got a fellow lives down the street who's a professor at Flinders, not in music, but he's teaching me how to play the trombone.
Oh. And when did you start that? How old were you?
68, I think. Oh. I think I just had me 69th birthday, maybe.
Good on you, Charlie. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, that's in August.
Oh,
yes, yeah, so I've been doing it about 6 or 8 months.
Good on you.
Actually getting some notes now. I might have to challenge Rowie to a blow off with his trumpet.
Yeah, he does crack that out in the office every now and then. It can be a bit off-putting when you're sitting at your desk trying to work and you just hear Rowie play his trumpet. But
well, back in about 1980, I worked at Werribee Post Office and I bought a saxophone with some winnings on the horses, and I used to play that in the office at Werribee Post Office.
Well, there you go. Maybe that was an early sign that you'd be good at the trombone, Charlie. Thank you so much for the call. 8223 0000 is the number to call. Let me know what you started a little bit later in life. Tom from Port Noarlunga's on the phone. Hi, Tom.
Yeah, hi, Stacey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Look, I am the shyest person in the universe, and all my life I've been like that. I'm 71, and I remember I've always loved singing, Stacey. Mm-hmm. And I was in a church choir. I was only a young fella, and the lady in charge of the choir, she said, "Tom, you've got a lovely voice. I want you to be our cantor. That means you've got to go out the front, you've got to face the congregation, and you have to sing." And Stacey, it would be such an honour to be the cantor in a Catholic church. Yeah. That was at Taparoo Catholic Church. And I thought, but when I got out there, I just froze, Stacey. Oh. I just froze. I'm sorry.
Oh, Tom, I'm sorry.
And I just recently, I've just turned 71, always been shy as can be. And recently, I've been ringing. I love talkback radio, Stacey. I love listening to you. I love listening to Rowie, and even I'm even starting to warm to the power with Timmy G. I don't know what the hell's happening to me. I'm laughing at Timmy G's jokes.
Someone else has to. Usually, it's only Timmy G laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah, and I listen to. I love Lee Forrest too at night time, and I've just sort of been ringing up a little bit, and you feel like you're a part of the show. More, you take a more of an interest in it, and so that's what I am sort of enjoying ringing up radio stations.
Oh, well, we enjoy hearing from you as well, Tom, and you are a part of it. You're part of the 5AA family, so keep ringing.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you. Thanks for the call, Tom. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
See ya. It's Tom in Port Noarlunga, 8223 0000. There you go. Maybe you started like Tom at the age of 71 ringing radio stations. It can be anything. It would always have to be 5AA though. 8223 0000. Let's go to Neil in Clare. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Stacey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad for today.
Good. What did you start a little bit later in life, Neil?
I started later on life in, I've gone motocross racing in up at Morgan, and that was about 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago, and not far off the 60s, but I notice that nowadays I get next day I'm very sore.
How old were you when you started it, Neil?
About 48,
See, there
49.
You go. Good on you. But you are left a little bit sore at the end of the day.
Nowadays I'm a little bit sore. Yeah. But I still love it though. You know, they've accepted me up there, and I just love racing. So
Good on you. Well done. Keep enjoying it while you can, Neil. Thanks for the call.
Okay, no problem. Thanks.
See ya. That's Neil in Clare. 8223 0000. Let's go to Norma in Hallett Cove. Hi, Norma.
Hi, Stacey Lee. I started motorbike riding when I was 50.
Oh, and are you still doing it?
No, unfortunately my back gave way and I had to stop about maybe 10 years ago. But I rode from Adelaide to Harvey Bay.
Good on you. Did you have a group that you would ride with?
Yes. I joined the Ulysses Club, and their motto is what is it? Oh, my mind's gone blank. Grow old disgracefully.
Go again, what is it?
Grow old disgracefully.
Grow old disgracefully, I like that.
It was a wonderful club, went on many rides with them.
Oh, good on you. And it was meeting new people as well?
Oh, yeah. And I'm 73 and I still miss it terribly.
Oh, you can't...
Best time of my life.
Oh, you can't just jump on the back of someone else's bike?
Oh, I could now. I couldn't at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not involved in the club anymore, so, I've
well,
got some friends that keep saying to me, I'll come and pick you up, take you for a ride, but I'm still waiting.
Fair enough. Oh, well, it sounds like you had a great time while you could, Norma. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya. That's Norma in Hallett Cove. Motorbike riding at the age of 50. Let me know what you started a bit later in life. 8223 0000 is the number to call. Graham's in Williamstown. Hi, Graham.
Hello, Stacey. I've taken up wood turning.
Oh, what's wood turning, Graham?
Well, wood turning, you use a wood lathe and you can make things like candlestick holders, salad bowls, fruit bowls, and they're all made out of wood. You can join different types of wood together to give you different patterns through your bowl.
You know what I like about this, Graham? It sounds like you enjoy doing it, but it's also practical. I imagine your kitchen's just full of salad bowls and different utensils and plates.
There are a few bowls at home, and the kids and the grandkids are getting lots of wooden Christmas presents, and they don't mind. And I did wood machining as an apprentice, but never did wood turning, which is totally different.
Yeah.
But then got into sales and then management. But when I retired, I got involved with the men's shed, and that's where I decided I would do wood turning, and haven't looked back.
Oh, well done. And do you do it with a group of people, or do you do it on your own?
Oh, no, I do it with a group. There's probably, on a Wednesday, there's probably about 20 of us there.
Nice.
And it's just great camaraderie. I recommend that if you're a man and you're retired and you're looking for something to do, you get involved with the men's shed and you will not look back.
Yeah, and it's good for the company and, just someone else to talk to and bounce ideas off, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody helps everybody else. You know, like if you've got a problem with something, you go and ask somebody and they will come over and give you a hand.
It's really good to hear, Graham. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call. It's Graham in Williamstown, 8223 0000. Give me a call. Tell me what you started a bit later in life, or you can send me a text, 0448 08 1395. Chris in North Adelaide has sent a text, aged 69, and I recently joined a camera club, and I've become obsessed with photography. There you go, Chris. Good on you. And that's something you can do at any age as well. And there's so much to do in terms of photography, so much different equipment to get your head around and different types of photography as well. Do you do portraits or do you do landscapes? It's so varied. There's so much you can do in that, Chris. Well done. 8223 0000 is the number to call. Pete's in Findon. Hey, Pete.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So I'm a relatively young individual. I would classify as mid-40s.
Oh, yeah, you're a spring chicken.
Absolutely. I learned how to swim. Don't you have to appreciate how hard it is when you're late 30s, early 40s, learning how to swim when you're going in a pool with kids.
Oh.
It's very, very difficult, and your kids are watching you learn how to swim. So I did it to try and show the way, and it was extremely difficult, but we got there.
So that's the reason you learnt, because your kids were doing swimming lessons?
Absolutely.
Oh. And what do they think? How old are they, Pete?
Oh, they were laughing because they couldn't believe that I couldn't swim.
How old are they?
Oh, they're under 10, so
yeah.
They're 10, 8, 7.
Oh, good on you. What a great way to set an example.
Thank you very much.
And how's it going? Are you doing your butterflies yet?
Well, I know how to swim, put it that way. So it was a good achievement. Everyone I tell them it's not easy learning how to swim. That's later on in life.
No, I can imagine. Oh, well, thanks for the call, Pete. And for your efforts, I'm going to give you a Wallace Cinemas family pass. Maybe you can take the kids to enjoy a movie all together.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. We'll get those tickets out to you. A family pass, catch a movie this week. Mitcham, Mount Barker, Piccadilly or Noarlunga. Sessions are at wallace.com.au. Oh, that's been so fun. Keep calling though, 8223 0000. I'd love to hear from you. What did you pick up a bit later in life? Did you start a hobby a little bit later than some other people? Could be line dancing, could be woodworking, could be playing the drums, could be anything. 8223 0000. But the number you need for our competition is 8223 0055. I haven't played the competition yet. When you hear a Roy Orbison song, give me a call, 8223 0055. You have to tell me the next lyrics and the tickets will be yours.
Treadway, second chance, goal!
Port Adelaide straight shooter Warren Treadway talks footy with Rowie and Timmy every Friday thanks to Ignition for Men. Amani, Canali, Senya. Find them all at Ignition for Men, Adelaide's home of luxury menswear, 54 Paynham Road, Stepney.
We've all been feeling cost of living pressures. That's why the Australian government is bringing in tax cuts from the 1st of July. They're for the drivers delivering the veggies and the people buying them. For the people working in offices and the tradespeople building them. For nurses saving lives and the teachers shaping them. They're tax cuts for every taxpayer. Visit taxcuts.gov.au to find out how the 1st of July tax cuts will benefit you. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Help medical research and get paid while doing it. If you're aged between 18 to 65 years old and generally healthy and not allergic to penicillin, you could help trial a potential new treatment for infections. If eligible, you'll spend 14 nights in-house at our clinic in Adelaide CBD, with reimbursements provided upon completion. Your contribution could make a difference. Head to our website and look for the broad spectrum study and apply today.
No, it's a pleasure. So look around at your leisure.
So why buy an Island Star caravan? Well, there's thousands of them on the roads all over Australia. They're built for luxury and to stand the test of time. With 5 decades of service to Australia, go with the people you can trust. Knowles Island Star Caravans. You'll love the way they do business.
Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans.
Okay, you've found your ideal block of land. Perfect location, perfect lifestyle. Now, it's time to stroll through the urban at the Selector Homes Display Village. Intelligently designed for a narrow block, the Urban is packed with space to suit a young family or your upcoming retirement. Contemporary facades, stone facing, stunning courtyard. You'll make the neighbours jealous. Visit the Urban at the Selector Homes Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton.
Experience authentic New Zealand from Adelaide with Princess Cruises and Phil Hoffman Travel. Choose from 3 departures cruising Adelaide return between October and November 2024. Enjoy 19 nights aboard Diamond Princess from $2,999 per person twin share. Plus, receive up to $300 onboard spending money per stateroom. Don't miss this unique opportunity to sail to New Zealand directly from Adelaide. T's and C's apply. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
You've called the roller door doctor. This is Nurse Tracy.
Help! My husband's having trouble getting it up.
Oh dear.
When he does get it up, he can't get it down again.
Has he been fiddling with it?
All weekend.
I'll send the roller door doctor. Your garage door will be working perfectly in no time.
What if he's worn it out?
We'll install a new one.
Oh.
We service and sell all brands of garage doors.
He's such an embarrassment.
Look, it happens to everyone.
The Roller Door Doctor, locally family owned and operated since 1993. 8349 9005.
SIDS and Kids SA is evolving to meet the needs of the South Australian community with the Red Tree Foundation. Red Tree Foundation provides free bereavement support services to South Australian families who lose a child through any unexpected event from pregnancy through to 17 years of age. Red Tree Foundation also offers private grief and loss counselling for any South Australian impacted by grief in its many and varied forms. To find out more, go to redtreefoundation.org.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
It's 10 minutes to 4 here on 5AA. Rowie and Timmy G on with you after 4 for the sports show. But before we get there, I still have a competition. I've still got tickets to give away. Damien Leith is playing in Roy Orbison orchestrated live at Her Majesty's Theatre on the 10th of May. It is going to be a great show. You might remember him from his Australian Idol win in 2006. One of his standout songs was Cryin' by the great Roy Orbison. Well, he's now assembled 35 musicians and will be conducted by award-winning composer Emma Greenhill. And I've got tickets to give away all week. It promises to be a show filled with emotion and world-class musicianship. Damien will be breathing a new life into fan favourites, and he's going to raise the roof in celebration of one of the world's greatest singers. 8223 0055 is the number to call. You need to give me the next lyrics to this.
Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it.
Oh, okay. The next lyrics to that song is What I Need, and if you sing them to me, even better. You could be going to see Damien Leith at Roy Orbison orchestrated on May 10 at Her Maj. It's a beautiful theatre. Where else would you want to go and see it? 8223 0055 is the number to call. Or you can call and tell me what one of your hobbies is that you started a little bit later in life. We've got Don on the phone. Hey, Don.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
That's pretty good, pretty good. I started ultra marathon running.
Oh, how old?
Yeah, when I was 42. I'm now 58.
Are you still running ultras?
I'm still running ultras. All mainly what you call trail running, so up and down mountains and hills and all that sort of thing. I love it. Since from when I turned 42 to now, I've ran 54 ultras.
Good on you, Don. That's amazing effort.
I absolutely love it still.
Oh, goodness. What's an ultra again?
An ultra is anything over a marathon. Just ultras basically say anything from 50k onwards. And the furthest I've done is 204k in 24 hours.
Oh. Don, you're impressive. That's amazing.
And I've done a few 100-milers, and I've done lots of 100k's and anywhere between 50 and 100k's. It's an amazing way to see the countryside.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you. Thanks for the call, Don. Well done.
No worries.
See
Bye.
ya. That's Don, an ultra marathon. Started running them at 42. He's now 58. Wowee. All right, I have a full phone board here. Herbie in St Mary's. You were one of the first cab off the ranks this afternoon, Herbie. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Stacey. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you ringing
Good.
for some Roy Orbison tickets?
Well, I'll give it a crack.
Give it a crack. Do you want me to? I'll play the audio again for you. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it.
What do you think it is, Herbie?
It was baby, wasn't it, at the end there?
At the end there, yeah.
You really got it.
I actually don't know. I don't know what the next lyrics are.
Oh.
I've got some audio here in front of me though. I'm not sure because if I play it to you, Herbie, then
Yeah.
I'm giving the answer away.
Please do.
Hold on, give me a second here. I should have been more prepared for this. I knew I was doing it this way this
Not a problem.
afternoon. Hold on. Stay on the line. We're just trying to find out. I've got the audio, but if I play it, then we know. Okay, what did you think it was, Herbie?
You got it.
I'm sorry, it's not.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Thank you anyway.
More
Okay.
tickets this week, though, so try again tomorrow.
Okay, bye for
Okay,
now.
I'll talk to you then. Let's go to Charles in Richmond. Hello, Charles.
Are you going?
Good. Well, now that I've got it sorted in my head, do you know what the next lyric is?
I think so.
Go on. Should I play it again for you?
Yeah, why not? Give it a go.
Okay, go on.
Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it.
Anything you want, baby, you got it. No?
Well done, Charles. Well done.
Did I get it?
You got it.
Oh, my God. You got it, Tracy.
You got it, Charles. Tickets are yours.
Oh, because yesterday, I think you had it on yesterday as well, didn't you?
Yes, I had it yesterday as well.
And I just missed out yesterday, and I said to my daughter, she's looking forward to go and seeing him, and I said, just hang on a minute, she might do it again tomorrow. And I can't believe I got through.
There you go. You got through, Charles. You can ring your daughter and say you were right. You got them.
Oh, my God. She's going to get she's going to get a big surprise.
Oh, well, you got it. Ring her up. Sing to her. You got it.
You got it. Okay, so what do I do now?
Thanks, Charles. Stay on the phone. We'll get your details and we'll make sure we get the tickets out to you. Have fun.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya. Charles in Richmond. Easy as that. I've got tickets all week, so if you missed out today, don't worry. We've got more chances later in the week. 4 minutes to 4 here on 5AA. Stephen Rose walked in. Hello, Rowie.
Hello, Stacey. Showdown 55 Thursday. The Crows have a debutant. He is pick 8 last year. Dan Curtin, just a tidy left footer, a defender, nice size, 198.
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's a home game as well for Crows, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So think about this. A debutant lifts the troops.
Yeah.
A retirement lifts the troops.
Yeah.
Rory Sloane.
Yeah.
A milestone game, 150th, lifts the troops. Stacey, I think Paul will be shivering in their boots.
You're very confident this week.
Cannot lose.
This is the most confident I've seen you all year.
Well, I have to be because we're off a win, and I hope we get it together and our games back and all
Yeah,
that sort
but
of
off
stuff.
a win against North Melbourne.
I know.
doesn't count.
I tend to talk myself into things, and then when it doesn't happen, I
love it.
get mighty upset. So Campo will join us. Ned McHenry, Porch Jordan Sweet. Like this kid, he's got some real good ruck craft.
Yeah.
A massive show. Look, 2 days time, Showdown 55. Can you believe that? Well done.
Yep. Looking forward to it. You with Timmy G after 4?
Me and Timmy G after 4. I heard your topic picking up things late.
Yeah.
I'm learning the trumpet.
I know, because you play it in
58.
the office every now and then. It
I
scares
do.
me half to death
Does
sometimes.
it?
Yeah.
I should have brought it in.
How old were you when you started learning?
56.
And how's it going?
Well, there's 11 notes in the last post. It's
Mm.
the only thing I need to play because
Yep.
I've got learning on the trumpet, but I'll play on the bugle. I'm 2 notes away.
Ooh.
And each of those notes, some say, can take 2 years each to master.
Oh.
And I have to master it. I'm not just going to squirt them out. I need to master it.
You have to master it.
Because I'm off to IPA to play the last post.
When's that?
When I'm 70, on my 70th birthday.
Oh, well, you've got some time.
You have.
Yeah, but you don't want to leave it too late.
No.
And from the notes that I've heard, you still do have a bit to learn.
I'll be Anzac Day next year regional. And then
Okay.
I'll move my way to Metro.
All right.
From Metro to another continent, and then from that continent to IPA. I've got my
Perfect.
little plan.
Okay, all right. I'd love to see it.
See ya.
Rowie and Timmy G on with you after 4. And thanks to that person who sent a text, when's Jim Jeffries coming on today? I know I did say I was going to be talking to Jim Jeffries. He ditched us. He's shooting a cover for Rolling Stone magazine. I mean, if that's not the most rock and roll excuse for ditching an interview ever, then I can't argue with Rolling Stone magazine, can I? I'm hoping he'll be on tomorrow. So fingers crossed you'll hear from Jim Jeffries tomorrow. That's it for me today, though, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Struggling with your CPAP therapy? Try the world's first auto-fitting mask from Fisher & Paykel Healthcare. Respirocare Healthcare is offering the Fisher & Paykel Sleep Style device for 30% off, plus a free solo mask valued at $310. Visit one of 6 Respirocare clinics and mention this ad to redeem this offer. Respirocare Healthcare, proudly serving South Australia for 20 years. When considering whether CPAP is right for you, speak to your doctor. Always follow the directions for use.
Hi, I'm Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop Real Estate. The past quarter has set the stage for a fierce property market over the next 6 to 12 months. If you're looking to take advantage with the ultimate success, get in touch with the team who produce the best results. At Toop and Toop Real Estate, we've led the charge with 51 suburb records, more than any other agency in South Australia. From Westbourne Park to Windvale, from Kensington Park to Kilkenny, we've created new benchmarks for real estate sales success. Go to toop.com.au to find out